Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh to some of y'all, and peace out to the rest of you. Hit the share button because the message is more important than the messenger. Here's the deal. Assalamu alaikum, blood. The Feachaz is right. Non-black Muslims themselves are divided. And we can't literally expect any of them to know what it's like to be us, to fully understand it. It's not their job to. But to advocate for equal treatment, that's enough. That's really what they're supposed to do. That's where they start. The rest we can get to over time. For the ones of them that don't even mean us any good, let me tell y'all about them right quick. The Feachaz don't let them get away with nothing. Hats off to them for it. Daniel Hakikat, you don't get to come with that right-wing white shit and try to clothe it with Islam and its necessary conservatism when it comes to behavior. He doesn't get to do that and just get away with it. He can try to cloak his pro-whiteness and that bullshit if he wants to. Pardon me for swearing, sorry about that. He can try that, and guess what winds up happening? The Feachaz stays on him like stank on doo-doo, like white on rice, the artificial rice. All right, sorry about that, y'all. That was, I saw another colleague who I had to speak to him for a little bit. But look, he shouldn't have to, nobody really coming out of the subcontinent should have to know about something specifically called a red pill. The same awareness without the name should have already been in the culture, and I think it may have been at one time. Now what is messed up is that sexist ideas are now the same ideas that the so-called liberated women are proving to be true. And this is bothering the hell out of a lot of people. It bothers me. I don't like being sexist. I'm not. But I do understand that when you are in a culture like the US and the UK and Canada's, the Anglophone West in general, and hell, the West, when you take accountability away, what the hell are they going to act like? They're going to act like exactly they're not supposed to. They're going to act exactly that way. They're going to act the way that sexists a long time ago would have said they'd act. It's not because they're women, but because they can get away with it. It's just like you're going to have men that are going to do some nasty things. If there's no accountability, there will be men that will do nasty things because they can get away with it. They don't even have to be the majority. They will make up the majority of women's experiences with them, even if they are a minority. You line them all up. If you could line them all up, it'd be the majority of women that would be able to pick out one of those guys in that lineup. And that would be why these women would have thought that, hey, look, guys are like this. Well, it would be, then you if you could line up the guilty, then the women would be pointing at the same few men, masses of them. Just like how they run and gravitate towards the same few men. If you take accountability and penalties away, something similar will happen. They would be traumatized by the same few men. The red pill still is needed, and here's why. It should not be. And that's where the Feachaz is right. Where these guys generally are right for getting on this is that the red pill still is needed. It's not an option. They have to have it. Because the red pill really that same awareness that we're referring to as the red pill is gone. Their dads lost it. A lot of them have feminist moms, feminist sisters. It's not just because they left their countries and went to the States. A lot of them have feminist moms and sisters back home. I know. I met a feminist yesterday, and I didn't know she was a feminist until a colleague told me. That's here. My schoolmate at Morehouse had, unfortunately, had a feminist mom from the time he was born. Now, should he have had that experience being a year older than me, and I'm in my late 40s, should he have had that experience of being raised by a feminist mom who let his sister hit him and punished him if he retaliated from childhood? It's not that they should need what they call the red pill. It's that they're forced to go back to it. These young Muslim cats, they are on that. I mean, they are messing around playing with fire because they think that Daniel Hakikachu is the way to it. Yeah, that algorithm Islam is a problem. Niglam is an issue. All of these changes to the faith that people are trying to make are an issue. I ain't Muslim because it's cool for Muslims to be red pill, or cool for red pill guys to become Muslim. That ain't why. I was Muslim before I knew something about a red pill. I mean, I knew the Matrix movies from before I was Muslim, but as we understand red pill and the term and the definition today, yeah, I was Muslim before that. But I'm red pill because that is the awareness. It's not a religion, but it is an awareness of something that's actually happening right now in front of us, happening on the TV, happening subconsciously and consciously. I am red pill because I'm forced to be. This is something that women had a choice to make true or false, and they chose to make it true, and a lot of dudes decided to make it true too. A lot of men who probably had patriarchally run homes at home were putting entertainment out and making men seem clumsy and stupid and barbaric. Yeah, of course, I'm going to sit up and look at these dudes like they're idiots. Of course, when I go to school and when I go to work, and as a guy, I'm fully expected to give up everything for which I have to work hard because a woman's a woman. But I'm never owed anything, not even cooking. Of course, I'm going to look and I'm going to say, man, shuck this fit. But I have to understand that while I come from a matriarchally run community, I didn't come from a matriarchally run household. I also have to understand too that while I come from a matriarchal community, these other guys are coming from cultures that are patriarchal, but many of them are dealing with the effects of a new gynocentrism and gynocracy that is taking place within their cultural context amongst their people. I wish it wasn't true, but it is. I wish it wasn't the case, but it is. They're suffering. I will admit they are suffering. They're just going about it the wrong way because they think Daniel Hakikachu is going to lead them out of it. The problem is Daniel Hakikachu is eventually going to give them their Negro wake-up call. I'm not happy about it, but I know it's going to happen. That being said, yeah, I wish they didn't need it. As Feachaz said, culturally, traditionally, they don't. I wish they didn't need it even in real life right now, recently. We all do when we think about it. But we're also looking at a situation in which the same changes that were successful at breaking us have been applied to break them. And it's working. And they can see it. Hopefully, inshallah, they'll learn that Daniel is not going to supply the answers. Because Daniel believes that it's wrong for his wife to tell him what he doesn't want to hear. But Daniel also believes that so long as your race is lighter, it's okay for them to oppress darker people. That's actually chauvinism. Thanks for listening as always. Until next time.